All right, I think that worked. Let me see. All right, bet. Yeah, here we go. I tried to set up the stream earlier and it actually turned out to be, oh, that means it's a mobile link on the story too. That's annoying. Oh, that's so annoying. That means it's a mobile link on my story too. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? How y'all doing today? Thanks for pulling up to the stream. Hey, y'all pulling up on time. That's what I like to see. Sorry, we're a couple of minutes late. It was a little confusing because I set up the stream on my phone thinking I would be able to just set it up because I was out and about today and then be able to just go live from my computer later. Turns out that's not the case. If you set it up on your phone, it's expecting you to go live from your phone later. And y'all know we don't do the live on the phone. We do the live on the setup. So we here. How y'all doing today? I'm trying to just update 1 or 2 more locations real quick. That's crazy because I really did a good job and put out the stream link mad early. And I just, what's good, Pope? We got a couple things we want to talk about. Not a ton happened NBA wise. As y'all know, the title of the stream, we're going to be doing a tier list ranking of predicting upcoming NBA players. Should be fun. Don't take it too seriously. Take everything with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? We got that live on it. Oh, y'all ready for some takes? What takes is y'all ready for? I mean, if y'all got takes, y'all can drop some takes. I don't got a ton of hot takes off my head. I can go through the Discord real quick as well. I'm just trying to pull everything together. I'm doing all right. Just got back from New York. Spent the last couple of days in New York City with family. Just had a good time doing some touristy stuff. Nothing crazy. Times Square, Harlem. Visited Harlem. Nothing crazy. Ate some good food. You know what I mean? Whatever. Hawk trying to hide us from his bad takes and putting out the bad link. Yes, Rage. That is where I want to start out today's show. Rest in peace to Bill Russell. Passed away, I want to say it was on the 31st, a couple of days ago, at the ripe age of 88 years old. Pioneer in the game. One of the best centers of all time. One of the best players of all time, if you're keeping it a beam. The most winningest person in sports history. 11 titles. Will probably never be touched. And fun fact, he was the first black person to be a coach in any professional American sport. He was the first black person to have the title of coach in any sport. Baseball, basketball, football, hockey. He was the first black person to be a head coach. One of the GOATs for sure. And it's also crazy because Bill Russell is one of those guys who was at, I mean, every NBA event, like every NBA event. He'd show up at finals events. He was always giving out the MVP trophy since they named it after him. I want to say they named it after him either in 2008 or 2009. I can't remember the exact year, but one of those years is when they named it after him. Top 75 player of all time. And it was just always dope seeing him at games. He would almost always pull up the Celtics games. He went to a ton of the Celtics games and their finals run against the Warriors. Thank you, Serge. It was 2009. So definitely Bill Russell will be missed. One of the GOATs and pioneers of the game. And definitely someone that, you know, had a lasting impact. Bill Russell's defense, I feel like the phrase defense wins championships was made based off of Bill Russell because he played amazing defense and he won a ton of championships. Ninja, what's good, man? Vacation right now, won't talk for long. Do I even need to stay? I already know you have Jokic over Embiid, and this will probably be wrong. I'm kidding around. The Jokic over Embiid thing, I don't know. I have some ideas of where I want this list to go. Part of the list is going to be influenced by y'all because I plan on throwing a couple polls in there and see how where we going in terms of, especially around that 20 mark. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. Thunder Productions, quick question. Who is your favorite player? Favorite player in the league is Kevin Durant, probably. Favorite player all time is Dwight Howard. I got a couple favorites in the league. KD and Paul George, I'd say probably my 2 favorites right now. Joel's obviously one of my favorites because I'm a huge Sixers fan, so that's my guy. But in terms of just players, yeah, snake emoji, Pope. Snake emoji, you feel me? Who is my GOAT? Michael Jordan. I don't really go back and forth with people on it, though. If you have LeBron as your GOAT, like, that's cool with me. I understand the resume. I get the argument. But MJ is still my GOAT. And yes, Pope, PG-13. I'm excited to see him play this season. All right, let me pull this up real quick. Before we get into the tier list, let me just pull this up real quick. I don't think there was anything I wanted to talk about, like just news around the league. Nothing crazy happened recently. Let me just pull this up for y'all real quick so y'all can see what I see. Who's better, Magic or so? Magic is still my my all-time greatest point guard as of right now. Still, it goes Magic, and then you can make the argument between IT and Steph. I think when Steph's fully retired, I think he'll add some more stuff to his accomplishments that you can say is Steph. I just really like Magic's game. Magic, Curry won my ring, and maybe I don't know if it's a ring thing, Pope, for me personally at least, maybe for you, but for me, I don't know if it's a ring thing. It might just be let me see what his ending numbers look like in terms of assists. I'm very curious to see what his 3-point number looks like at the end. Very curious to see where he ranks on the all-time scoring lists. Like those types of things, I'm just curious of. Is there like a crazy season in the future and he wins a number MVP? Like I know that's a long shot if we're being real, but those are the type of things that I'm just like, I'd like to see how the rest of his career ends out before I call him the greatest point guard of all time. Just, that's all. Every NBA team is so worried about paying the NBA, and then there's the bro. The Warriors are so deep in luxury tax, and we talked about it in a TikTok recently in terms of they have to decide who they're going to pay. I think the Warriors are going to look very different. Maybe not going into this season, but going into the 2023-24 season, next off season, I think the Warriors are going to look very different. Either Draymond's not going to be there, or like Poole's not going to be there, or Wiggs not going to be there. Somebody's not going to be there. I just don't know if I see a world where they all take a pay cut. Clay, potentially I can see taking a pay cut only because he gets a bag from his shoe brand, because he still has that Ling Ning Chinese shoe brand that he gets paid from. Draymond, he has his own show and stuff, and I'm sure he has some minor endorsements, but it's not like Draymond has a shoe. It's not like Draymond has a drink. Like, it's not like Draymond has this huge, I've seen him in some Subway commercials with Jason Tatum, but my point is, it's not like he has, at least to my knowledge, I'll say, a ton of off-season money that if he was, off-court money, that if he was like, oh, I'll take a pay cut, it's not that big of a deal to him. Some players, they make so much money off the court that it's like, okay, I'll take a pay cut to continue to win, because if I continue to win, I'll make more money off the court. Look at Steph, LeBron, like how when LeBron took that pay cut to go play in Miami, when D-Wade took a pay cut to bring Bron and Bosh to Miami, they took those pay cuts because they make so much money off the court from shoe deals, Gatorade stuff. Like, Draymond not necessarily in that position. It is working for him though, that's his thing. Yeah, it is working for him, Ninja, so I'm not mad at it. They gotta figure out how to keep it working for him. You should low-key let people talk in the Discord call too. If y'all got stuff to say, we can move the episode around. If y'all got stuff to say, I can open it up. Especially since we've been having more people added to the Discord. I've been chilling on the Discord for a little bit because we didn't really have that many people hopping in it. But if y'all got takes y'all want to share, I'm not opposed. You have to give me a second so I can find Discord and open it up on my computer. But I'm not opposed. Applications. Oh, for the top 50 list. All right, I feel you. I feel that. We'll do that, Rage. I'll kind of have the Discord open. People can pop in and we can talk about the top 50 as a group. That makes sense. I like that. I'm not mad at it. Lucas and Coop, what's good? Is Curry top 10 all time? Y'all got the heavy hitting questions today about Steph Curry. Steph, no particular order. This is my usual 10. I don't necessarily have it written down. I was thinking about it a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if Steph's in there yet. If he is, he's probably towards the back half, potentially. I got to think about it. MJ's in there, obviously. LeBron's in there. Kareem's in there for me. Shaq's in there for me. Hakeem Olajuwon is in there for me. Magic is in there for me. Kobe is in there for me. Bird is also in there for me. Tim Duncan is in my top 10. And then I usually get a little iffy. That 10th spot could be Curry. I'd have to find my notes to see when I did it last. I'm not necessarily sure. It could be Curry, but it could also not be Curry. All right. Yeah, Discord link should be in the description of this video. I'm not mad at Dirk, but I don't know if I have Dirk is in my full top 10. I'm not mad at it if you have him, but I'll be honest. I don't know if Dirk's in my top 10. Let me... I did not say Wilt. No, I mean, sir, just up to you. You can stay here because also I'll be doing probably a lot of polls because honestly, it's easier for me to see everything from this way, like when it's on the chat. So we'll see. But we're going to hop into it. I'm not going to dilly-dally because like we said, 50 people is a lot. 50 is a lot. So let me pull the... What I got it. Where do I have it? I just had it saved. When do we join the call? The call's not open yet. If we open it up, I will let you know when we do it. We might do a full-blown call-only thing next week. Potentially, we'll see how it goes. Because what I had planned on doing was doing a lot of polls in the YouTube chat to keep it kind of easier. Y'all can see the stream, watch the stream, especially if you people watching on their phones. That way you ain't got to switch back between your YouTube app and your Discord app or whatever. Because I know a lot of people be watching on phones and stuff. But let's get into it. Let me see if I can pull it up for... Let me see how this look for y'all. All right. That actually don't look bad. I'm gonna make myself a tint smaller. But we go ahead and get into this. So this is the top 50 rankings. This is tier maker. Shout out to Weary. Actually, Weary sent me this in the Discord. This is why y'all gotta get into Discord, because you can actually be a part of a full-blown video live idea by being in the Discord. So it's a very simple tier maker. You can drag and drop players and place them, you know, where you want them to be. You can drag them in, you can drag them out. This is a list. Did you see Ant saying? Anthony Edwards said Kevin Durant is the GOAT. Yeah, DeMar is in. Some of these players are in their wrong jerseys. Like DeMar's still in a Spurs jersey in this, I want to say. Porzingis is still in a Mavericks jersey. He's still in a Rockets jersey, John Wall. So, I mean, it's a couple of people in weird spots. And off the top of my head, just looking, I don't necessarily see anybody who is like an egregious miss. Oh, this is going to be tough. This is going to be controversial. I can already tell. I already know this is going to be controversial. Because some of the people that I'm thinking... All right. Let's just start. You feel me? We got to start somewhere. So I'm going to start top 5. Because that's somewhat the easiest stuff to me. And what I'm saying is I'm basing it on... These are my projections for next season. Keep that in mind. This is kind of sort of based off what they did last year, but this is also projections for next season. I did not see Anthony Edwards say Kevin Durant is the GOAT. Of all time, nah. Of potentially one of the best players playing right now, sure. I think there was a point, I've said it before, there was a point this past season before his injury, I thought he was the best player in the league, and I thought he should have won an MVP before he got injured. So that being said, top 5 for me going into next season is a mix of... I gotta find him. The first dude I want to put on here. This is... Is there an order to this? Or am I tripping? Do y'all see Jokic at all, or am I tripping? Jokic. There we go. There's my man. So I'm sliding Jokic up into the top 5. I'm going to slide Kevin Durant for now into the top 5. I think he's going to have a really good season next season. Where is... You don't realize how hard it is to find players until you're really looking for somebody and you just don't see their face. Even if you know what color jersey you're looking for. All right, that's what I was about to say. Giannis is in my top 5 for next season. This is the tier list, and I said a friend request on Discord if you want to accept it. Oh, all right, bet. Take Tobias off this. Tobias not top 50, Mario? I think it is more than 50 players in this list. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not 100% sure, but I do think it's more than 50 players on this list. Can you check to see if you're on the Discord? Serge, I want to say you are. I want to say I saw your name in here before. I can check for you real quick, though. Serge, yeah, you're in here. Oh, and then I did just get your link saying where he says KD is the GOAT. Over Jordan? And he said yes? I feel like this was young. This looks like young. Yes, Luka is going to make my top 5, even though I'm... So I have a love-hate relationship with Luka Doncic. Going into this past season, I was like, I didn't get it. I'll be honest. I didn't get the hype surrounding Luka. I called it actually hype. Like, I was like, I didn't understand it. I was saying because going into the season, everybody was calling him like top 3. People were having MVP predictions for him. And I had watched a lot of the Mavericks basketball, but it really wasn't until this season for me, even prior to the playoffs. So it really wasn't even until this season for me where I was like, okay, I get it. Luka's top 5. And call me crazy. You can call it a homer pick. I was hesitant to do this. But to me, Joel Embiid is going to be top 5 because I said it in last week's. Joel Embiid is who I have to be the dark horse to win MVP coming into next season. Now, if I had to put these guys in an actual order, the order would look like this. My order would be Giannis, Joel, Jokic, Luka, KD. That'd be what my order looks like. So that's top 5. What is Conley doing here? I didn't make the list. I'll be honest. This was sent to me. It was already put together. It already had the people's cutouts and stuff. It was real simple. It was real simple. You feel me? So this wasn't necessarily the list. These faces aren't faces that I handpicked, because I'll put it to you right now. If I had to handpick and make this, we wouldn't be doing this. This was just given to me. All right. So now we're looking through the 6 to 10. Once again, going into next season, I'm putting LeBron in here. I'm going to put Curry in here. If I can find his face. This is the worst part about this, because I don't like... Did I miss him? There we go. Why they got Curry with the braids in here is nasty. I hate Curry's braids, bro. I don't know how y'all feel about them, but I hate Curry's braids. So we got LeBron, we got Curry. I low-key won't put AD in here, but once again, this is projections. This is my projection. I'm going to stand 10 toes on it. I think Anthony Davis is going to be really good this season. I think Tatum's going to be another really, really good guy this season. And I'll be honest with you, these could fluctuate as I look at more and more pieces, because then where am I going to put Ja Morant? Where am I putting Kyrie? But if AD's healthy, I really like his two-way ability. Ja's going to end up here. I'm just going to tell you right now. Kyrie's probably going to end up here. I'm going to tell you right now. All right, Jackson, thanks for pulling up. Dang, Serge. How I forget about... Is Kawhi on this list? Do you see his face? I'm one of those guys who's really high on Kawhi. Taran, I can see I'm high on Zion. This is tougher than I thought it was gonna be. All right, so for right now, we're gonna put Kawhi in top 10. I think he's gonna have a top 10 season. If Kawhi can play 60 games to qualify for all NBA type stuff, I think he could at least be like all NBA second team, but he has to give me at least 60 games. Thanks for pulling up, Lucas. Ninja says check questions and hot takes on Discord. All right, we'll check it after this. I'll pull it up after this. That's another little shameless plug for the Discord. A lot of time, there's a channel on there called Questions and Hot Takes. We haven't done it in a while, but you can scroll back and see that we do Q&As on this channel from time to time. We actually had a Q&A live a couple of weeks ago. And most of the Q&A questions I either pull from the live chat when we're live, or I go into Discord and pull them from there. Because it's just easier for me to do it there than if it's in the comment section of the video or something like that. Zion did do that. To me, Zion's probably going to be in this tier, this 11 and 20. I got to figure out exactly where, but he's probably going to be in that 11 20 tier. I just think this, for me, so the top 10, for me, outside of maybe like Jokic and Luka and Steph a little bit, there's a lot of two-way activity here. That's something I value a lot. I value two-way ability. Jimmy is probably going to be in this 11 to 20 tier. Regular season Jimmy Butler is probably like a top 20 in the league. Playoff Jimmy Butler can be a top 10 in the league. He turns up when he's needs to. And then also, to keep it a bean, this might just be how I look at it. I don't see a ton of difference between a player who is like, you can be 16 on this list and then you could be 25, and your stats maybe look very similar. There'd just be a couple of nitpicky things that I might like more than some other guys. I am high on Zion, so I'm actually going to put him in his top 20 tier. I think he will be a top 20 guy in the league. Once again, that's granted on health, and he gives me at least 50, 60 games once again. Dang, I don't even got Trae Young on this list, and he was all NBA. He led the league in scoring and assists this year. You know what's crazy? The problem with this past season for me, some of the guys that made some of these lists, and this is no disrespect, like, I don't know if Tatum's all NBA if PG and Kawhi are healthy all season. I don't know where Trae Young falls if Kyrie plays all season. Like, this is the type of thing, like, this past season was very, very interesting for me. I still think personally Kyrie's a better point guard than Trae Young. If he decides to actually play basketball, I think Kyrie's better than Trae, and I don't think that's crazy. So if I don't have Kyrie in the top 10, I can't put Trae in the top 10. I'm sorry. I can't. Whereas PG's for you, Booker's probably around 15, Beal's around 20 from Ninja, Trae top 10 next season. That's what I'm saying. Trae could be top 10. I don't know, though. I don't know if I see it personally, because I think there's other guards who are just, I think Kyrie's a better guard than Trae, and you maybe call it skill bias, you know, hezzy tween bag bias, whatever. I will put Trae in this category, though, that 11 and 20. We gotta go this kind of quick, not quickly, but I'm slowing down, and I don't like that. I'm gonna put Booker here. I don't think DeMar is gonna have the type of season he had again. I think he'll be good. I think he'll be top 20, but I don't think he's gonna have the type of season he had again. I do think Dame's gonna find himself in this tier, though. I know he didn't look good to start this season, but I'm blaming a lot of that on his injury. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, two, three, four, five, six. So I got 4 more spots to make to crack my top 20. Where is, I'm going to put Harden towards the middle bottom tier of that. I have high faith in Harden. Once again, you can say it's my Sixers bias, but I do have some high faith in Harden. Zach LaVine, I think. I don't think Zach LaVine's better than any of these guys. And I really like Zach's game, but I don't think he's better than these guys. Because to me, Zach just brings, you might call it hypocritical, but to me, Zach just brings scoring. Damon, Harden, and Trae is scoring and playmaking. Kyrie and Zach's maybe playmaking is probably on the same tier, in my opinion, but Kyrie's a better, more efficient scorer. Ja, I can make the argument is probably a better playmaker because Ja is the Grizzlies' entire offense. Not the entire offense. You know what I'm trying to say, though. Speaking of which, even Valanciunas has a Grizzlies jersey in this. That's crazy. The fact that Gordon Hayward is even on this is also very, very interesting. I did not forget Rozier. You're right. I do got to put Jimmy up there. I'm tripping if I don't put Jimmy in there. I'm tripping if I don't put Jimmy in here. We're going to put everybody in tiers, and then I might start sliding around. Anthony Edwards. I think the Timberwolves are high on them, and the Timberwolves want him to be a superstar next season. I don't see it. Anthony Edwards is going to end up in this top 30 tier for me. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Ant is in the top 30 tier. Dang, where's Donovan going to be? This is what we're going to do. I'm going to tell you right now. Jamal Murray to me is a top 30 guy. MPJ is probably going to be a top 30 guy when healthy. Jackson, I definitely forgot the wristbands as merch. We're going to start making those wristbands as merch. I definitely forgot that. And I need to do that for you because you're the only one who keep asking for it. And I need to put it up there so you at least can see what it would look like. Paul George is my guy, but I don't know if he's going to have a top 20 season. He's probably going to be a top 30 guy. And once I got this kind of laid out, some people might move around. I have not forgotten about Spider. I see y'all mention Spider, Donovan Mitchell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my issue is this with Donovan Mitchell. And the reason I'm struggling to place him because if he's on Utah, if he remains on Utah, he'll probably be in this. Well, I don't think his production will go down either way. I'm a fan of his game. He's top 20. Chris Paul, I love his game a lot. If you were asking me to rank just point guards, he probably would be in the end of the top 10 of point guards. When ranking players as a whole, to me, Chris Paul somewhere in this tier. He's just, I think he still has the IQ for it. He still has the defense. He still has the, I didn't forget Jaylen Brown, Rage. I see Ray. I see him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Brown might be in my 20th spot. I was kind of saving it for him. I just wanted to make sure it was somebody else I didn't think that was obviously better than him. And to be honest with you, looking at the rest of this list, I'd probably go Jaylen Brown here. And to start the next tier, Bradley Beal would be like number 21. I don't know if this is not the order necessarily for this 11 to 20, but Bradley Beal would probably be the start of the 21. It's Tyler Hero top 30. I don't know. Schlaf? Pod? Production? Schlaf? Schlaf. I gotta get a better streamer if I'm gonna be reading y'all names because I'm not a good internet name reader. Westbrook is top 5. Placing him's gonna be interesting. So you know who's also in this tier for me? And I think it's going to be interesting. This is, even though they're on the same team, even though I'm skeptical that it's going to work in terms of team production, I'm going to do Rudy and Cat on the same tier if I can find Cat. Where is Cat? Karl-Anthony Towns. We're going to do Rudy and Cat on the same tier. Why is John still not tiered yet? Put that man in the 50s. I mean, dang, this is tougher than I thought it would be. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna tell you right now, Clint is probably down here for me. I gotta get rid of some of these faces because it's really throwing me off. Christian Wood, you're gonna be down here for me, probably. RJ, you're probably gonna be in that 30, 40, that 31 to 40 tier. I think I'm lower on LaMelo Ball but than most people. I like his game. It just doesn't necessarily translate into winning basketball to me just yet. It's not all on him, I know. And he's going to actually, his team's going to look really, really bad this upcoming season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So as of right now, that's locked. That 11 to 20 is locked. And I do still have the defensive player of the year, Marcus Smart, on the board. I don't know if I'd want Marcus Smart personally over any of these guys. I don't want Marcus Smart over any of those guys. That's just me. SGA probably would be around here. Conley's down here for me. I like Mike Conley's game. To me, when I watch his game, it doesn't necessarily feel like he's giving me much on the court. If he's, yeah, I know. I realize there's mad players here, Serge. There's so many players here. That's why, like, Christian Wood and Clint, y'all gonna have to come off this list. Because after I put them on and see who still left, there's actually a lot more players on this list than I thought. I don't know if Conley's gonna be top. What's the name next year? Ant's gonna be a top 30 player for me this season, likely. He doesn't necessarily have a lot of two-way play. To me, Ant's just a lot of scoring. That's my argument for, like, I can see Ant, to me, has the potential to be a younger, better version of Bradley Beal, which is still a really, really good player. Conley's not top 100. Yeah, I know. Mike Conley's gonna have to actually come out of my list. Mike Conley's about to come out of here. Rage, you brought up a good point. Levine's not up here yet. Dang. I'll put it to you this way. I know what I'm about to do. Because where is... Did we place DeMar already? No, right? We did not place DeMar. I don't think DeMar is going to have the type of season he had last year. That's just me keeping it a bean. He's a year older. I think teams kind of maybe slept on the Bulls a little bit. Dang. All right. This is what I'm about to do. We're going to slide Levine up here. I'm actually going to slide MPJ down as well. I like MPJ's game. I like Jamal Murray's game. Both of them coming off of two pretty significant injuries. I think they're going to have a slow start to their season, which might round them out to not be as productive as some of these other guys. The reason Harden is up there, I'm not going to hold you, is because Ninja, I'm high on Harden coming up into next season only because he took the pay cut, right? He's clearly wants to be a part of winning basketball. And I think this is going to be, at least to my knowledge, this is going to be his first full regular offseason to really rehab that hamstring since the hamstring injury. Last offseason was a little shorter than usual. The season before that was a COVID year. Like, there's a lot of things that potentially stopped him from rehabbing as well as I thought he at least could. Dang, tier lists are hard. Okay, where we at? Bam Adebayo can have a breakout year. Bam should be here. Bam's definitely top 50. I just gotta figure out where. Bam's a guy I like a lot. I love his defense already, and I think his next step is more offense. I'm gonna place him right here for now. Just for now. Nah, he's better than these guys. I can't even do that to him. That's disrespectful. Bam's like there for me. And Beal would be probably realistically, I'd take Beal over Chris Paul, but maybe not over Paul George. I love Zach. I'm going to slide SGA in front of Ant. Boom, 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 boom. Giannis, Joel, Jokic, Luka, KD. This KD pick is starting to feel a little weird. I'm starting to like it less and less the more I see it. Keep it a bean. Bron, Steph, AD, Tatum, Kawhi. I'm gonna slide Kawhi up above Tatum. Ja, I don't see his number 11 to keep it being real with you. I'm actually gonna slide Trey to the beginning of that tier. I'm going to leave Zion there, leave Booker there. Dame. That put him at what, 15, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm going to do this, that. And then we go Levine, Paul George, Beal, Chris Paul, the bigs, Smart, Bam, SGA, Anthony Edwards. All right. I'm okay with this so far. 30 up, I'm okay with that. Pope saying DeMar. Why is Kyrie up there? Is he not it, or at least not right now? Bam Adebayo can break out. Why is Kyrie up there? Kyrie's up there because I think legit Kyrie can be top 15 in the league. If he plays, like even this past season, if Kyrie wasn't trying to play around with that vaccination, he would have been all NBA this year. Kyrie would have been all NBA if he wasn't playing around and not really trying to hoop. After top 50 can we do hot takes? That's the facts. We sure can. All right, the people I have got to figure out where I want to put there. DeMar somehow got to make it onto this list. Clay's got to make it onto this list. Let me finish this tier out. RJ, you're not this high. I don't even know if y'all is this high off the top of my head. I'm bringing y'all down for a second because I just need to see some things, because to me, DeMar should be like right here. I think DeMar is going to regress. I know he had an absolutely amazing season. I know he did. But he also had probably the best season of his career. I don't see him repeating that or getting better. Victor Oladipo has potential. He does, but I don't know what type of burn he's going to get Miami. Miami's, I won't call them guard heavy, but like Miami has enough pieces that and they run a system that is like, they run the hot hand. So if he has a breakout year, then sure. But if not, I'm personally not necessarily high on him. RJ's right there for now, but he might not be top 50. He might not make this, the final version of this. DeMar would be here for me. BI would probably be around here for me. This is probably low-key where I put Ben Simmons because of his playmaking and defense. Dang. Ayton might be like in the 50s, like 40s, I mean, for me. Valanciunas, you're not going to make this list. Gordon Hayward, you're not going to make this list. Fred VanVleet, I'm just putting people in spots because I just need to look at names real quick and see who's going to at least make this list. CJ, you might make this list. Playing in Portland alongside Dame. John Wall, I'm not putting up here. I'm still iffy about MPJ and Murray. I'm gonna do the Kings fans. I'm gonna do the Kings fans a favor. I'm gonna do these Kings fans a favor. Everyone's telling me how great De'Aaron Fox will be now that he has some spacing around him. They put some shooters on this team. Everyone's telling me watch out for the Fox and the Ox. As of right now, De'Aaron's gonna be here. LaMelo also in this 40 tier. Like I said, I'm not one of those guys who's really, really high on Melo. Call me a hater, but I'm just really not high on him for some reason. Yeah, Darius Garland isn't on this at all, which is crazy. This tier list must have been made like a year and some change ago. I ain't gonna hold you. Because Darius Garland, would probably be in this tier. That's 20 to 30. Darius Garland would be the one to knock out potentially Anthony Edwards. Brogdon, no. John Collins, no. D'Lo, no. No. Potentially there. This is how I know this is old. Kimba's in a Celtics jersey in this. LeVert, no. Still not, no. Middleton, I'm not 100% sold coming off the injury. Call me crazy, but Kristaps is going to have a good year. Him and Beal are going to have good years this year. That's the team that, one of the teams that, there's a couple of teams that are like, I don't expect them to do much, but I'm really, really excited to see. And the Wizards are one of them. I don't think they're going to make a crazy splash. They're not contenders in the Eastern Conference or anything like that. But I think they have the opportunity to be just fun to watch. Like, they have the opportunity to be really, really fun to watch, I think. Siakam is coming off of an All-NBA year. I would say Siakam's better than a lot of these guys that still remain. I am going to add MPJ back. I'm still not sold on Murray, but I am going to add MPJ back. You would have Bam over DeMar? I think Bam can be over DeMar. As of right now, we got Bam over DeMar. DeMar and Ingram over Smart and Bam. I don't know, Serge. Put my man Westbrook. I'm hovering over Westbrook because I said it before. This upcoming season is the most important season of his career because he either balls out or he might find himself on the outside looking in and come next season. Clay's going to bounce back. He's going to make smart decisions again. They're going to be shooting the ball well. Do I really think Clay is going to be better than all of these guys, though? Siakam, I'm going to actually slide up a tier. Call me crazy. I'm actually going to put Siakam at the top of this tier. I'm really high on Siakam's game. I have been looking at Middleton. Middleton being top 40. I'm not upset with that. Kemba, no. Drew. Do they really have 3 top 50 guys on the Bucks, though? Do I really think they have 3 top 50 guys on the Bucks? Yes, I do. Yeah. Becky, thank you for pulling up. Appreciate it. See, this is where this tier list, we might have to do another one of these in like a couple of months further down the line once we forget about this one. Because you're right. People like Garland are missing. Garland would be on this for sure. Who else feels like they're just missing? I guess Garland's the main one who's missing. Because I'll be honest, some of like this bottom tier of guys, I don't like most of these guys. I'm gonna throw Sabonis in here. I'm gonna throw Sabonis in this bottom tier. I think he has an opportunity to have a really good year. I'm gonna slide Draymond in this bottom tier as well. Because outside of the finals, I know there was a moment in the finals when they had to Steve Kerr bench Draymond because he really wasn't doing much for them. But during the regular season, especially to start the season and before he went down with his injury, Draymond was looking really, really, really good. Like Draymond was looking in conversations for Depoy again. Yeah, Wiggins isn't on this list. That's the guy. Or is Wiggins here and I'm just tripping? Yeah, that's another guy who's missing. Like Scary Terry, I don't know why you're here. Tobias, if this was made a couple years ago, I can see why you're here. Like I like Tobias. He's gonna give you a solid 17 to 19 a game. Ja not top 5. Who's better, Simmons or Russ? Going into this season, I'd probably say Simmons, just based off of what I've seen of Russ last year versus the last time I've seen Ben. But because Ben, even at Ben's worst offensive days when he's like not shooting or whatever, yada yada, at his least, Ben Simmons' floors are all defensive talent. So that alone makes you a talented asset just because of his defense alone. Then you add the playmaking on top of that. You know what I mean? So that's the type of stuff alone for me that makes Ben Simmons a top 50 player. Just his defensive playmaking. Now, if he can mess around and give you some scoring, Ben Simmons has the potential to be. That's why Philly was so high on him. That's why me as a Sixers fan, we were so high on him from all these years, because if Ben Simmons decided to be aggressive and turn into a scorer or try to even shoot a mid-range jump shot, he could be one of the best guys in the league. But he can't shoot. And he's honestly even sometimes not even that aggressive going to the basket. So I got 2 spots left. All right, with these 2 spots, I'm gonna tell you who I'm torn between. Jamal Murray, Julius Randle. Yeah, I guess I'm just torn between Ja and Julius. Julius might be my top 50 going into this season. Dang, that's why it feels weird. Darius Garland, and DeJounte Murray aren't on this. And they would make my top 50. That would probably round it out. Darius Garland's better than everybody that remains on this list. DeJounte Murray is better than everybody that remains on this list. And to keep it a bean with you for real, DeJounte Murray would be somewhere around here. DeJounte Murray might slide out SGA. DeJounte and Darius Garland will be sliding out SGA and Anthony Edwards, which would be pushing down somebody else. Dang. We might have to make our own one of these again later. We might, because you're right. We're missing Maxey. Tobias isn't in my top 50. I like Tobias a lot, but he's not my top 50. If John Collins goes to the Heat, then maybe. Maybe, but that's too much of an if. I'm going based, because as of right now, I mean, John Collins is in a lot of trade rumors, but I also wouldn't be surprised if he's back on the Hawks. I'm high on Collins. I'm sliding Collins in the 50 spot. And I'm sliding Jamal Murray in here. Now let me look at these tiers. I'm joking, not Tobias. Oh, all right, I feel you. I'm like, because I don't know about Tobias. I don't know if Wiggs will make... Wiggs could potentially make my top 50, but honestly, I'm not 100% sure. Giannis, Joel, Jokic, Luka, KD. Bron, Steph, AD, Kawhi, Tatum. I'm cool with that. I'm really solid on that. Trey, Ja, Kyrie, Zion, Booker. That rounds out to 15. Then you're looking at 15 to 20. Wait, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm just going to do this. I'm cool with this. I'm cool with that tier. I'm cool with this. I'm cool with 11 through 20. Now we get down to 21 to 30. I'm going to put Paul George here because I like his two-way play. I think both of them are fairly even scorers, but I think Paul George has better two-way ability. Chris Paul, I'm going to leave right there. I'm going to slide Cat over Rudy. I'll leave Smart there. Bam. SJ, Anthony Edwards. Siakam, DeMar, B.I., Simmons, Fred, Melo, Clay, Middleton. I feel like Middleton could be a guy I regret putting here depending on how he really performs. Middleton could be like this or he could break out. Drew, I'm happy with being here because Drew to me can sometimes be inconsistent offensively, but that's just because he's not expected to do a ton for the Bucks offensively, but his defense is elite, so he's got to make this list. Jamal Murray, I'm here. I'm going to leave here for Jamal Murray. I think he's going to have a good bounce back season. RJ is definitely not this high. So we're going to go ahead and I'm actually going to do CJ. I'm going to do AN. Boom. I'm going to put 8 in between Collins and Draymond. I'm going to leave Spider, MPJ, Sabonis, Draymond. This might be the full 50. One bad season, he's out of the 50. For me, it's not necessarily one bad season he's out of the 50 surge. For me, it's more so because I'm doing this based on projections And because to me, the way Westbrook would help the Lakers the best in terms of fitting well and looking good, I don't know if that equates to him being top 50. Like, if I wanted to, I could make the argument. You slide out John Collins, you put in Russ. Boom. And that's me being generous. That's me being the Russ fan. That's me saying, I know how important this year is to Russ. I know how important. See, then again, I don't even know if I believe. Nah. I don't know. I'll leave it in there for now, just for you, Serge. I'll leave it in there for now because I am a Russ fan. I think there was just some sort of mental block going into this season. But other than that, I'm happy with this list. I'm happy with this list. Y'all let me know. Is there anything y'all like I'm really wilding on this list? Anything like y'all cool on this list? Y'all hate this list? Actually, I'm going to. You see Russ debatable for top 50 and people talk. He will be out of the league. And see, Serge, you bring up a great point, right? I think Russ is in a weird spot because talent-wise, upside, like I said, this is a prediction of what I think players would do. I do think there is an argument to Russ being top 50. I truly do think there's an argument to Russ being top 50. But I also do understand when people say there might not be a spot for him next season if he plays like he did this past year. If Russ has another season like he did this past year with the crazy... It's not that Russ was terrible, potentially. I think the biggest thing was just the turnovers. The biggest thing for Russ was the turnovers and the decision making. There were moments where the turnovers were really bad. There were moments when the shot selections were really bad. The types of misses were really bad. It was a bad look. Now, if you get Russ on a way more friendly deal and you get Russ with a different mindset, because this is also just, me speculating based on just his comments, stuff I've read, how he was talking to reporters about, I guess you can call it his game IQ. He just doesn't look like if he plays like he did last year, he doesn't look like he'd be a good fit for a lot of other teams. Because if I'm a team that's trying to win games based on how he played last year, with the turnovers, with the bad IQ decisions, I don't necessarily want him on my team if I'm trying to win games. Now, if I'm a young team, I don't know if I want him either, because a lot of the young teams already have amazing guards. Even the bad young teams have some solid guards, you feel me? So that's the argument for Russ. Now, if Russ is willing to accept the 6-man role, there's plenty of opportunity for him in the league. But like I said, going based off of his comments when reporters would ask him questions and stuff, reporters would ask him about his game, he just came across as above answering questions about his game, or, never even acknowledging that he was not looking like himself. I'll say that. He wasn't even willing, didn't seem or appear to even be willing to acknowledge that. That's all. NBA tier lists. Top 50 prediction tier list. See any final changes are needed. Came in late. Why'd I put KD over Steph? That's an excellent question. Well, the main reason I put KD over Steph is because, and I said it going into the season, before Kevin Durant's injury, Kevin Durant was my MVP. Before his injury, he was my MVP. Steph, to me, is, I think, someone who has, was top 10 talent. But I think Kevin Durant also has the ability to give us some two-way ability. Steph's not going to give you any two-way ability. And I think their scoring levels are very comparable. That's why. It's only 2 spots above. To me, like the top 10 tier, if you're like 4 through 7, there's not much separation there. There's big separation between 1 to 10. Like there's a gap to me between Giannis and Tatum. But there's not that big of a gap to me between Luka and Steph. Between Steph and Bron, even between KD and Anthony Davis. Like, that's not that big of a gap to me personally. Tyrese Halliburton, he probably being like 35 down. Yeah. It'd be a lot of guys who would be bumped off. This bottom tier, I'll be honest with you, I don't love because some guys are missing. Tyrese Halliburton is missing. We talked about Darius Garland missing. Tyrese Maxey's not on this list. There are a lot of good young guards who would probably, like Sabonis, I'll keep it a bean. I really don't want him to be here. In a real world, if I had a full team, he probably would not be on this list. If I had everybody, RJ would probably not be on this list. Russ probably would not be on this list. Heck, Draymond might still make it because I really do value his defense. It might just get moved around a little bit. But even De'Aaron Fox might not make this list. Heck, Kristaps, I said I like his game a lot. He might not make this list if everybody was here. But then that would require me to go in and screenshot everybody's name, faces on Basketball Reference. So this is the list for now. It takes an hour to make this list? That's crazy. But, wow. So that's the list. We, y'all mentioned y'all want to do a couple of hot takes. I know Weary said he had a hot take. Kyle Lowry can make it? All right, y'all got a couple of questions still, so we'll pull it back up. Kyle Lowry can make it? Kyle Lowry got to prove a lot to me, bro. Kyle Lowry got to pull a lot to me. Trae Young over Ja Morant. Trae and Ja are right next to each other. On my John. Literally right next to each other. And for me, Trae is over Ja solely because Trae is the Atlanta Hawks offense. Trae is a walking top 5 offense by himself. By himself, he's a top 5 offense. But they're right next to each other. Kyle Lowry. I'll keep it a bean. I'm not high on Kyle Lowry. I'm trying to boom, boom, boom. All right, Ninja, you said you got something in the Discord. Let me pull up the Discord and see what you said. How I lose the chat that fast? Okay, we're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. Boom. Nope. All right, Ninja, let's see what you got to say here. Can y'all even see this? Can you zoom in on Discord? I have no idea if you can or cannot. No, you can't. Oh, you can. Perfect. It's time to play a hypothetical game. Doc Rivers has announced that they are looking to trade Tobias Harris for a star or 2 bench players. The 3 teams that are interested in Tobias is the Kings, the Nuggets, and the Raptors. The Kings are willing to trade Holmes and Harrison Barnes, which will have to include a first-round pick. Nuggets give you Aaron Gordon and KCP. The Raptors will give Otto Porter and Gary Trent Jr. Raptors. I'm not even got to read the rest, but you got to give Otto Porter and Gary Trent Jr., but you got to include Matisse Thybulle in a second. Remember this hypothetical situation. If you're choosing what trade would you say, just fun, great, and interested to hear your opinion on which trade do you accept from the Kings, Nuggets, or Raptors, because Otto Porter gives you great two-way ability. He can knock down the shot, can rebound, defend. And I'm high on Gary Trent Jr. I like his game a lot. Gary Trent Jr. has he probably will never win one, but he has 6-man game, if that makes sense. He has spark plug type game. Pop in there, give you 15, maybe 20 on a crazy night. He has spark plug ability. And I think the Sixers would greatly benefit from that. Greatly. I like Tobias. I'm not mad at his contract is crazy. Let's keep it a beam. I don't love his contract. But I'm not mad at Tobias at the same breath. Hot take: can Desmond Bane surpass Tyler Hero this season? I say this as a Heat fan. That's not hot. I ain't gonna hold your age. That's not hot. If I had to pick, I like Desmond Bane more than I like Tyler Hero. Desmond Bane was my pick for most improved. I like Desmond Bane more than Tyler Hero, and I think this season you will see that because Tyler Hero to me hasn't really been taking how much better is Tyler Hero now than he was his rookie season when they went to the finals? How much better is he? He's about the same. So I like Desmond Bane a lot. I'm not mad at that. Take it off. While we're here, we just kind of sort of hanging. It was a weird NBA week, not a lot of actual NBA news. So I'm gonna just scroll through these hot takes real quick. We've been live for an hour. Y'all been rocking. We might be out of here in a little bit unless y'all got some questions or takes. Tyler got to get off that bench. Who does he start over though? That's the question. Like, because what are the Heat running their starting lineup right now? Heat starting lineup. Let's see if we can. Like, who did the Heat start the most? Let me see. Oh, they were starting a lot of Strus. Is that what you're telling me? Also, I thought a player trade for Harris that could actually happen. So that's why it's a little odd. No, I'm not mad at that trade. I don't think the Raptors would do it, but as a Sixers fan, I would love it. I get why they do it though. Tyler Hero, in theory, is your spark plug for the Miami Heat. Like, Tyler Hero's a great sixth man. If the Miami Heat, like if Kyle Lowry played this season like they expected him to play and was, really good on offense, that would at least be able to knock down some shots and play make. He wasn't even able to do that for them really. So if Kyle Lowry looks like at least an older version of Kyle Lowry, at least an older expected version of Kyle Lowry, he didn't even play to his expected level, in my opinion, last year. If Bam takes a step forward, if Jimmy Butler is, I say, more consistent, the system is perfect for Tyler Hero to be a sixth man. Like, Tyler Hero is a great Manu type guy for this team because, yeah, he could start on a lot of teams in the NBA, but if you can get offense that's good enough to have him come off the bench, it's actually a really good look. It's just tough to pull off. Oh, Weary's in here chatting. Fox will show he's better than Luka next year? Oh, his wingspan is trash? I did not know that, Rage. That's funny. What does Halliburton have to do to win anything? He should have been an all-star. What are you talking about? Let me see. What are you talking about? What are you talking about here? Fox went all MVP. Fox is an all-star. Fox will have a real breakout year since he's the best spacing he's ever had. Will average 29, 18, and 3 on 70%. Hey, yo, the Kings fans and the Discord be going crazy. No. I remember that. We wasn't really talking about much of nothing. Tyler Hero needs to improve his defense. I'm not mad at that either. Well, guys, this was fun. The main thing I plan on doing was the tier list. I'm gonna pull it back up so we can look at it one last time. And I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna head to bed. We just got back from New York this morning. I'm still a little tired. Fox is overrated. I don't want to necessarily call him overrated. The only reason I wouldn't say that less is because the only people who really be hype on Fox are Kings fans. So I'm not gonna be mad at them for being Princess Plays. What's good? Thanks for pulling to the stream. I hate to tell it to you. You pulled up at basically the end of the stream. Rapture trade for Turner. I would like that a lot for them. I'm just gonna put this on the screen. This is an official, unofficial list. Take it with a grain of salt. There's a lot of players missing. We talked about it. Gary, there's like literally 6 young guards that are missing. Oh, you sent your top 10 in? Let me see. Let's see, Rage. There's a lot of young guards that are missing. Oh, this is all-time 10? Bron, MJ, Kareem, Magic, Duncan, Cole, Hakeem, Shaq, Bird, Curry. I'm not mad at this. Somebody might try to make the argument for Will. I'll be honest, I don't think Wilt's in my top 10 either. Like, I'm not mad if he is, but Wilt and shout out once again to the GOAT, Bill Russell. Neither of those guys I don't think have ever been in my top 10. It's just hard for me to look at that era of basketball and really compare it. I think some of these other eras, like I truly think, call me crazy, but Magic and Bird could play in today's league and still be Magic and Bird, to me at least. It's less. I'm not mad if you say Wilt's not top 10. He's not in my top 10. I just know a lot of older heads have him as their top 10. Man, I must. Hey, Cole, I appreciate that. Wishing people know about you. You have great high quality content. We gonna get there. You feel me? We gonna get there. That's why we here every Wednesday though. I'm not mad at Curry being top 10. Bird, Shaq, Hakeem, Kobe, Duncan, Magic, Kareem, MJ, LeBron. I want to say I have all of these same guys. I think I just added, like as of right now, I think I had somebody different than Curry. I'm not even mad at the Duncan over Kobe, to keep it a bean with you. I'm not mad at Magic being that high. And y'all know me, I don't be tripping over people having LeBron over MJ. The argument is there. It really is. The argument is there. Curry 10, Kareem 3, and Kobe 6. But I agree with Kobe because I think he's a little overrated in the sense of his all-time ranking. But Kobe's still top 5 in my opinion because the way people were scared to play Kobe and guard him was crazy. Wilt's overrated? I mean, that's your opinion. But dang. Les, the next stream, so to let you know, the streams will always be every Wednesday at 8. Now, sometimes if we have something else we want to talk about, if some news pops up, like I can definitely see during the regular season, say somebody has a really good game, or say I just got some time and I want to watch the games with y'all, I might go live during the regular season. But at least probably to end out the off season, we'll probably just stick to the Wednesdays. But during the regular season, or if we get closer to the season, if like a Kevin Durant trade does happen, we'll probably go live for that to talk about what that could look like for the rest of the league. Very similar to what we did when James Harden came to my Sixers. We did a just trade that live that night, and it was lit. But I think that's all I got for you guys. It's 9/11, and I'm out of here. Thanks so much for pulling up. Thanks for helping me make this top 50 list. I wanted to leave it on the screen a little longer so people could see it, but then we got talking about Rages. John, leave a like on the stream. I don't really ask people for likes, but if you haven't liked it yet and you made it this far, you must have enjoyed it a little bit. So leave a like. I appreciate you. Hope we gotta have double streams of the week. Man, that would be fire. That would be fire. And yes, they are Eastern time. But I be busy. Like I work a full-time job. I gotta spend time with my wife, my boys. I like to do leisurely stuff. So we'll see. We'll see. I would like to stream more because y'all seem to really be enjoying it. And I like that y'all enjoy it. I do really appreciate y'all for watching. I wouldn't be doing this if y'all wasn't watching it. So I appreciate that y'all watch it. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.